Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to episode 28 of Emancipation of Dragons. I am your host and DM for the evening, Mark. Before we turn it over to the Menagerie and meet our players for the evening, do need to do a little bit of housekeeping. First, I want to thank the new follows on Twitter. We're creeping towards 1,100, which is insane. At GamersLedge, if you want to follow us there. Also want to thank the new followers on Twitch. We currently just passed 800. We're working towards 900. We're actually in a friendly race with 3 other streamers of similar size to hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. So if you know someone that might enjoy the shows, please do send them our way. We are currently about 100 follows behind the top spot. Also, welcome to Dynamite Sky, Jersey the King, Jade Lizard, which we'll ban momentarily because that's bot. But also thank you to our new Twitch followers in the last couple days. So welcome to Iron Man Duck, Townsy86, Sir Javigst, the Chad 3883, Swift Killa, and Eric Suck, X Crazed Anime Fan, Solnos, Drink Saki, Zany Thus, So You See It, Friddle, and I believe that's it for the last couple days. So thank you to all the new followers. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the bits and the resubs. Appreciate everyone. Please do remember that bits, subs, and chests are never required or expected of anyone, but we're very appreciative when you do. It helps keep us doing what we're doing. Also, other than that, other things I need to make sure I highlight. We'll have a new working community challenge up soon. We've also joined Streamers for Kids as a streamer group promoting Extra Life, which, if you're not aware, is a charity to buy sick kids in hospitals gaming equipment to make the things they're in for not quite as unbearable. If you'd like to donate and brighten the child's day, simply head to our Twitch page at twitch.tv/gamersledge and click on our scroll down and click on our giant program schedule logo, and that will take you right to our donation page for Streamers for Kids. Also, 6, please don't forget to check in for 1 point in the channel. Point redemptions below the Twitch chat box. Twitch chat only goes back so far, but point redemptions show up for a week, so please do check in. Also, if you are kind enough to be hosting us, please let me know with the new 1 point I'm hosting redemption, since the Twitch alerts for hosting seem to be broken half the time, and hosting helps promote us to Mr. Algorithm. So if you're not already hosting someone else, please do consider giving us a host. Schedule for the rest of this week. Tonight is Emancipation of Dragons D&D, which we'll get to momentarily. Tomorrow is Escape from Tarkov. TBD for time, probably around 8 p.m. Pacific for me, but you can join Mystical Panda or Skixtrax probably much earlier than that, so there's that as well. And although we are playing D&D tonight, and I won't be able to concentrate on chat as much as I normally would, we do have mods in chat, and know that we do see you, and you can still participate in our games. How, you ask? It's quite simple. Look for the TTRPG channel point redemptions, and you can make things harder or easier for the players, or even me, the DM. Also, a reminder, please do not use the blurp panel for sounds for bits. It will take your bits and it will not play the sound while we're doing D&D tonight, so please don't do that for this stream, since that overlay is not active. We'd love for you to cheer bits normally instead if you're looking to cheer bits. And with that, let's turn it over to the Menagerie and meet everybody. Hello, Menagerie.
Hello.
Hello.
Why don't we start in the top left with you, Sean, and introduce who you are and what you're playing?
My name is Sean, and I am playing Mythilus, the Elven Arcane Trickster.
I'm Mitchell. I'm going to be playing Dryzen, the Alchemist Artificer.
I'm Lou. I'm playing Leonardo Carden. Sorry about the mute.
No, you're good.
Human wizard.
I'm Daniel, and I'm playing Zakusu, the Yuan-Ti monk.
And my name is Matt, and I am playing Quark, the Aarakocra Ranger.
I'm JR. I will be playing Itali, the Azamar Bard.
I am Brandon. I'll be playing Hellman, the Human Paladin.
And where we left off last week, our group of adventurers had found a portal, and after much deliberation in a book, they found the portal in a book, or it was coming from a book. After much deliberation, they decided to go through and try and find a missing dwarf as a favor to the head librarian of a very underground library within the city of Waterdeep. They arrived in a picturesque locale, almost like a painting, and soon wound through the hills and forest to a spa, a retreat in the woods. And within, they met some elven sisters, and they began to question them and other folks that they saw in the spa. And they have been told that there is a Medusa sealed up in a temple behind the spa, and have been requested to help rid it of its presence. There was some deliberation discussion. Everyone moved outside, and that is where we currently find ourselves. Everyone standing outside of the spa, deliberating on what next steps are.
So, if we want to move forward with this Medusa thing, I think in our dealings with them, I think we have pretty much 3 kind of points that we want to bring in before we fully agree to it. Well, 2 before we agree, and then 1 after, of course. I think the first thing that I've already talked to a bit about with one of the sisters is that upon our completion, we can freely request any information, and I think specifically when I write up our contract, I will write down any and all information pertaining to Falthrox Iodar, which we are looking for, the connection to Sune within this temple, beyond just the surface level information I believe that we already kind of know, and if they know anything about Silvery Silversong as well, and if this place has any connection to her as well. And then, of course, our meeting with all 3 of the sisters, which we wanted to do before we decided to agree to this, correct?
But that and I believe we had rediscovered an item we had that will assist us with this endeavor.
Speaking of which, who wants it?
Well, who's currently in possession of it?
The person who's offering it up.
I think
Mythos
Mythos has the majority of the magical items at this
I
point.
think Mythos has probably all of the magical items, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Wasn't intentional,
Yeah.
but it did happen.
Yeah. The thief didn't intentionally end up with all of the magic items. Right.
It's rogue, sir. It's rogue.
Arcane trickster.
Rogue.
I'm here to help you, sir.
That was out of character because I was not speaking with an accent.
I was in character. I read your mind with the medallion.
That's right. That's
Oh, you
fair.
burned a charge just for that. I see.
Burn the charge, yeah.
Great. 2 charges left.
Anyway, 3 charges left, and who wants it? Don't everybody clamor at once.
I say you give it to the paladin.
I was actually going to suggest the same thing.
I'll take it. After much convincing.
So you may
There you
want
are,
to
Bearden.
explain what it is and what it does.
Righty. We have. I wonder if the thing comes up when I do it. No, there's no. It doesn't describe it when I click on it.
Okay, stand by. Let me pull it up on your sheet, and then I'll see if I can drag and drop it to Hellman's sheet.
It doesn't even tell me what it does on my own sheet.
Okay.
Medallion of Thoughts, 3 charges, 1 action to cast Detect Thoughts, regains 1d3 expended charges at dawn.
Boom.
Yeah, and it lasts for like 20 seconds, if I remember correctly.
I did not note duration.
What's the name of it again? I'll look it up just to be sure.
Medallion of Thoughts.
Yep, there it is. Medallion of Thoughts. 3 charges. Oh, it's the Detect Thought spell is all it is.
Yeah, so it's concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay, so there you go. So you've got concentration up to 1 minute. So you spend an action, Brandon, and you obviously declare, hey, I'm using the Amulet of Thoughts, and then as long as you keep it in concentration, you will be able to read the thoughts of any sentient creatures in the area for 1 minute, up to 1 minute.
Okay. Sounds good. So whose thoughts are we going to read first then?
Well, predominantly the 3 sisters, or at least whichever one we are actively, or whichever one is actively talking at the moment, I suppose.
And you can read thoughts for a minute. It's not just a single creature.
Right, it's all of them, including you
Oh.
guys.
I don't want to know their thoughts.
Probably for
So-
the best, for being honest.
Were there missions that were happening at the same time, or are we waiting on certain missions until other missions are done?
The only other mission that's coinciding with this one is finding Falthroxiadar, which I figured this was our best bet of getting information from the 3 mistresses of the temple.
I apologize. I didn't mean banner missions. I meant
Oh, okay.
tasks that we wanted to complete. Because Zakusu also was talking about dropping in to try and talk to the Medusa before everybody goes murdery.
Right, okay.
Oh,
Are
yes,
you
that's also a
immune
good
to
idea.
Are you immune to being turned to stone by a Medusa?
No.
Just as long
But
as he stands 30 feet
if this
away,
is-
he's immune.
If this is a person who is cursed, I can't leave them to be murdered without trying.
Could
If
you
this is
I think it'd be safer to gather any further information from the sisters in our meeting before we put you in that situation where you could be at risk.
understood.
I would say the medallion could also be used to read the thoughts of the Medusa, no?
Perhaps. But you have to be close enough for her to turn people to stone.
Yeah, the range on that is
I
rather
might even,
close.
while I'm in there, transform to have my legs back so that I can stub a toe.
Yeah, it's 30 feet, so you have to be exactly right within the, well, okay, yeah, never mind.
You're within range. That's the point.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to see her, which means that she can see you.
Mm-hmm.
I knew my plan.
So,
Fair.
So, do we want to proceed with seeing if we can meet with all 3 sisters?
yeah, I would say that's probably a good idea. We definitely don't want to leave any information out, and definitely if we can get it so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what are your next steps then?
Well, I guess our next step would be to,
Should we talk to the lady at the front here to see if we can get the meeting scheduled? Like, is she the scheduler person?
as I understand, she's just the
Hmm.
receptionist, so she might be able to point us in the right direction. Though we haven't been out here long, so I imagine Morgana is still probably in the right wing, where we in the lobby lounge where we met her before.
I think I missed the part where we're trusting them to do this. Can we like start by investigating if they're forthcoming and truthful in
Oh,
all of
they're-
this
for the-
endeavor?
For the most part, they are. There is something they're hiding. I just don't know what. They're hiding something, which is why we're having this meeting.
Yeah,
Because they're
which-
hiding something, but
that's
for the
what we
most
need to
part,
sort.
they're telling the truth that there's a Medusa there. They don't know what to do with it. And they did seal it in there.
Are we certain that all of these are truths to begin with, and that there's not just a motivation to have 7 adventurers that have rolled up out of a portal. Just
I
go
had
face
a
Medusa.
I had a strong sense that those facts at least were true.
I think that's part of the using the medallion, though. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
that's
start
out.
there.
Yeah. I guess I'll go to the lady at the front and ask if we can see the sisters or
And I'll
all at
just,
once.
I'm just gonna peek into the lounge and see if she's there.
Well, so
She's not there.
Oh, you just walk
Yes.
right in. Oh, okay.
Actually, I'll just follow behind you. I'll just follow behind. Yeah.
so yes, Hellman, as you go in, I'm actually going to open this up so that we can see this area. Give me 1 second. I'm going to open these front doors here. Oh, well, that was not what I meant to do at all, but that works. It's fine. So, yes, Hellman, as you go in, the person is behind the front counter again, or the front desk, if you will. And she looks up expectantly, says, "Welcome back. Have you decided on some of our services?"
At the moment, we have more pressing matters, but we would surely enjoy meeting with the sisters if possible, post haste.
Did you tell her that Dryzen is asking for them?
Yes, Dryzen is asking for them specifically. If you could relay that message.
Okay. Please wait here. And she actually goes off through the doors to the right and disappears. And after about, like, let's call it 8 minutes, comes back, says, "Yes, the sisters will prepare to see you. Can I recommend that you make yourselves at home, get some refreshments in the bar while you are waiting?"
Sure. Let me gather the rest of my group quick.
Good idea. Let's get their input.
All right. I guess I'll go outside and relay the fact that the sisters should be coming soon to meet with us, and we've been invited to partake at the bar while we wait for their arrival.
All right, to the bar.
Okay. So move yourselves.
Is that in the lounge then?
Yeah, that's the
Or-
lounge. Yeah. It's literally right. This is the bar. Ping. There you go.
Okay.
And then once I move this guy up here, then somewhere there's a torch, and I have no idea where. Oh, there it is.
It's right there. It's just like right north of me.
Yeah, perfect. Put this guy right here. Now, why is that worse? Okay. So, Matt, you don't have to put that. I guess never mind. Never mind. Doesn't matter. So yeah, you wait. Does anybody order drinks?
Um,
Cork, are you staying
How
outside? Are
is
you going in?
is there someone standing here, like
No, I'll
just
follow
ready
him
to
in.
serve drinks?
No,
Oh,
that's
then no, I don't want to drink where I can't get one.
Yeah, it seems that the few folks that were here a little while ago no longer here, and the bartender that was here is not here either.
And then Zek and I, are we intentionally staying outside or do we want to move in?
I'll follow your lead.
Let's stay close to the door so we can hear a commotion, but I don't want to be in. I don't trust the grounds.
So there's no one in here?
Does not look like it at the moment.
Okay.
Then we
Uh,
sit and wait. Well, that's what
Is it-
Dryden's going to do.
Okay.
are these doors up here, or
Those are doors up there. Yes. Yes, they
Oh.
are.
So
Hey, what time of day is it?
So by now you would probably be like later afternoon. You came in probably about 11:30. You spent 20 minutes walking up the road. You did reconnaissance. Yeah, I'd say by now it's probably like 4:30ish, 5:30ish. The sun's starting to dip a little bit.
Okay, so it's late afternoon and there's no one behind the bar. That's a bit suspicious.
lunch break? I'm not sure.
It's Spain. It's siesta time.
It's Spain.
Mark, I sent you a whisper.
Thank you. I will pull it up momentarily. Give me just a moment. I am looking.
It's not something you need to do right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I need to pull up one thing real quick here.
So since everything is kind of uncomfortable right now, Quark's going to go ahead and start paying a little closer attention to the room.
Very good. Perfect. I have what I need there. Okay, perfect.
And Meathless calmly runs a coin across the back of his knuckles.
Perfect. Quark, you're fairly sure. Thank you, Dan. Quark, you look around and I mean, you see that there are perspiration rings on the bar, so it can't have been long since somebody left. But other than that, I mean, this has the markings of a currently occupied and used front room, bar / area, but nothing. It's like everybody's just left.
Yeah, I suppose there's nothing to do but wait.
In that way. Though it wouldn't be too suspicious if the sisters, this is a rather risky matter we will be discussing, so it wouldn't be surprising if they wanted to clear the area before they were discussing it with someone.
Seems like a long time to clear an area, though.
True.
Would have thought
Am
they'd just
I able
rather.
to? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just to say, it seems like they'd rather have the discussion somewhere more private rather than clear out their lounge area.
At that point, from the
Unless this whole thing
north
is a farce.
to the east of the double doors to the north up there, Sarah rounds the corner and she says, "The sisters are ready to see you now. Apologies for the delay."
Perfect. No worries.
Lead the way then.
And she leads you up this way. She looks over and she says, "Is this everyone?" I see
This is all who will be attending.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. She nods and starts leading you down this way. And I need to grab the spark. Since it's the camera. There we go. And she leads you around. Italy, are you going or are you staying at the bar?
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
And Natalia just leaves. I'm just gonna go.
So she takes you and she moves through the north hallway right here. I believe you guys can see through there. If you can't, let me know and I can move you up there.
I was able to move myself up there, but I can't see back into the other space. But
Yep, that's fine. Perfect. So as she leads you in here, she then takes the front of a line of servants, and she motions with her arm to the left, as does all the other servants in a row towards the door in front of you at the eastern end of the hall. So think Beauty and the Beast, like Be Our Guest, where it's synchronized. That's exactly what just happened.
Not at all disturbing. Not at all.
Do they say anything? Are they just silent?
Nope, once
Towards it.
once Saith takes the front of the line, that's when they all kind of do it. And you see, as you come to the end of the corner, you can see that there are actually two other servants on the other side of the door, also pointing towards the door.
The door being this
Yes.
one, right?
That's correct, the easternmost door.
That's some camaraderie right there.
This isn't dicey at all.
Nope. But let's
Oh.
we've come this far.
Kalman's completely oblivious, so he's just enjoying the niceties. Oh.
So when you enter into this room, it is a small chamber that looks like it was a guest room that's been converted into a small office. And you see the three sisters sitting with their dog to the south. And I'm actually going to pull up a picture of the three sisters for you so that you can see them clearly. Give me one moment.
Horizon, you're here too, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, I lean over and said, there are three of them.
Yes, it would seem so. I say in a hushed tone as well.
Why am I not able to find any of the things I want? Oh, I know why. Because I'm trying to do this on the wrong thing. Yay.
That'll do it.
That will do it. We have stream, and then we have DM stuff. And I keep trying to do it on the stream. All right, so here we go.
Okay, and as I'm coming in, one point of order is my previous religion or history check from before still in effect about the specific religious figures?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Did
Okay.
everyone see the image that just popped up?
Yes.
Yes.
So for you, Matt, Azirsa, the one that was outside, she's on the left. Dryzen, the one you spoke with, you and Hellman spoke with. Morgana is on the right, and none of you have seen Greensong yet, who is currently in the center. And, okay, what's going on in here? Okay, let me see if I can blow this up a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, let me see what was going on here. And as you get your first looks at the three of them, we're going to switch back to Zek and Leo.
Zach, did you see that the receptionist took off?
I think she went to go tell the sisters that the rest of the group was wanting wanting a meet and greet.
I'm
I
gonna just
haven't.
peek my head in and check in on everybody.
When you peek your head in, there's no one in the outer foyer.
I'm gonna just walk to the bar and check to see if what's going on at the bar.
Yeah, as you get to the bar, there is no one in the bar either.
You mean like no guests,
No
no
guests,
staff?
no staff.
Hey, Leo, what are the chances that the people that we've been seeing are just really good illusions? You would know that, right? Like you'd pick up on it. The hair on your human arms would stand up or something.
I went to make a roll to the GM instead of as a public one.
It's good, Leo. You're pretty sure that's not the case.
No, I didn't get that. And the magic that would be required on that scale in order to have that fine of an illusion, audio, visual, movement, interaction, it would be tremendous. If that's the case, we're already screwed, frankly. So, and we'll proceed as though it's not. Though them disappearing from the bar, perhaps they've gone back to the meeting or something dire has happened. But seeing as there's nobody here and we were kind of barred access earlier from taking a proper tour of the grounds, you figure we should start taking a peek around while they maybe have the sisters tied up.
What is on this table?
Sorry, I'm not seeing where you're pinging.
Sorry, I wasn't pinging. We're standing at the
Oh.
entryway, the reception table.
There is a book with services sold, with it looks like a book called The Wizard's Package.
Nice. I'm going to slide that to the and this is written in common.
Yes.
Are both written in common?
Yes, both are written in common.
I'll hand the wizard's package to Leo, saying it looks like some kind of tome, and I will look over the reception thing. I'm looking specifically for the name of the dwarf that we are looking for amongst the services purchased. Go ahead, Mark.
So when he slides the book over to you, Leo, you find that this is a spellbinding anthology, a collection of short stories, the wizard's staff, the wizard's tower, and the succubus's chest. And it's written by Macy Blush. And you find very quickly that it is not a spell book of any kind. It's actually a book called.
What was that? That's quite the tower there.
Yep, that's the wizard's tower. So.
Is it the blue wizards that help him keep the tower up?
The blue wizard is setting against the staff, actually.
Yeah, the wizard's only blue for like the first couple of chapters. Then it's not a problem. When I flip through and search the entries for the services purchased, do I see the name of the gentleman we're looking for?
Tell me, good friend, what languages do you speak?
I asked if it was both in common.
They are in common, but there are some other things inside that are not.
Oh, okay. Common, abyssal, and dwarvish.
Give me 1 second. I need to double check something because I'm gonna be so upset if you actually speak this language.
Those are what I also have to contribute.
Nice. I really expected you to speak more.
I also speak Dwarvish.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to find out what languages this person speaks. Give me 1 second. Oh, thank goodness. All right.
Also, my third trait, when we're like level 20 or whenever I can actually get another trait, is definitely going to be linguist, but that's a ways down the road.
Oh, another feat.
Yeah,
Level
feet,
level,
excuse
level
me.
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at first you look at it and you think it's abyssal, but then you realize it's not. You don't understand it.
So this is the names of the people that have purchased things, or a different part of the book?
I mean, by your guesstimation, that's exactly what it is.
I asked if it was in common.
Well, it is in common because what they purchased and the prices are in common, but the names are
encrypted. Okay.
Yep.
Are the names?
Well, okay, so they're not encrypted. They're just in a language you don't understand.
Okay, so they're in a different language. They're not encrypted.
Correct.
They're written in native language.
Correct.
Okay.
That neither of you speak or read.
I with a little bit of time and some money, perhaps back in Waterdeep, I think that I'd be able to pick up a spell to help us with these types of situations in the future, but at present I don't. I can't figure out any of the other things outside of Common and Dwarvish and Halfling.
And I will say that there are characters that look somewhat familiar to you, Leo, but again, it is a language that you do not speak.
Well, where else did you want to check? You said you wanted to look around.
Yeah, I'd asked about taking a tour of the bathhouse to see if there was any magical properties. Why don't we head that direction, since there doesn't seem to be anybody stopping us at the moment? Maybe investigate the grounds a little further.
Sure.
I'm going to try to move quietly.
Okay. I am going to borrow the camera for the stream. Yeah, you're acing it. You're totally being stealthy. Zach, you see a Leo like do like this cat strut.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, trying to be super stealthy.
That does a couple of the combat rolls, a la Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk combat rolls are required.
And Zek just slithers behind him.
Yep. And you can see that the double doors lead into the bathhouse from where you are here. You're walking past all of the locker rooms, if you will, where you get changing in locker rooms.
And I am keeping an eye out on a... No, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. I'm keeping a relatively keen eye out to see if anything's going to catch eye while moving about. As out of the ordinary, valuable.
Okay.
The stream, I think, is looking at the handouts page.
For the chat log?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, instead of the chat log. I see what you're
Yep.
saying. Thank you. There we go.
Yeah, we'll peek in.
So, you peek into the bathhouse, and then you give me a moment to tell you what's in there. Because one thing I love about Dungeons and Dragons is you think you know what all the players are going to do, and then they do the exact opposite. So you prepare for one thing, and then they do something completely different.
I'm certain I have no idea what you mean.
You didn't
just
prepare for all the things?
Well, I did. I just didn't have it at my fingertips. So
I was tempted to go to a third location and have both of us exploring different locations.
oh, Zek's
then I thought-
murdered.
But then I thought, oh, Leo, I don't want Leo to get stabbed and die.
A
You just
floor
want
of,
to be the one that gets stabbed and die, right?
a floor of polished marble, white marble, surrounds a large central pool of steaming turquoise water in a large open-air bath. Stone pillars stand along the outside wall, sculpted with relief carvings of Sune. Between the pillars, frosted windows diffuse the light from outside through mist that hangs in the air.
The mist having not reached us yet, am I able to discern if there seems to be any type of aura from it, like any type of either, whether it be like a calming type of magic or a
Are you casting
enchantment or
detect
something?
magic?
If I want to put the time into it, so I think I only have it as a ritual. Yeah, I've only got it as a ritual. I'm not spending 10 minutes on this.
It looks very misty.
If I fail to, what would we have as? I don't have a good way of doing this that I can think of off the top of my head. Trying to think of a means by which I can proceed and give a signal to Zach. Does Tika have a continuous bond with me to understand like my position and would be able to signal if I was incapable or incapacitated in some way?
Well, okay. So the way I generally play this is Tika is its own bird unless you are actively like looking through it and controlling it that way. Beyond that, it's consider it a normal bird. Okay. So it can, caw, peck at people, etc. But it's watching you and keeping its location that way.
I'm going to fly Tika into the room.
Okay. Tika flies into the room.
And have her perch on. You said that there were carvings of Sune, or any of them statue-like where? Tika
yeah, they're
perch?
kind of like on the left and right sides of the wall near the benches.
Okay. Having perched, is there anything that catches eye inside of the bathroom? Is there any type of effect that?
I mean, Are you, for lack of a better term, riding Tika? Are you looking through Tika's eyes right now?
Yes, I'm looking through Tika's eyes.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Both you and Tika turned to stone.
Why, hello there, little bird. How did you get in here?
Window open.
Do you really do that?
No. No.
Okay.
I'm going to. First, does Tika know or see a direction under which that voice came from?
Negative.
It is just ethereal. Does it appear as though it is just inside my head, or is it an audio inside of the room? Do Zach and I hear it standing at the door? Or would Zach, I guess, does Zach hear it standing at the door?
Because you can't hear anything, right?
Right. I cannot hear anything
Yeah.
through Leo.
Make me a perception check and roll really high, Daniel.
No, I refuse.
Yeah. So Zach hears nothing, but it is an audio sound, not a in your head thing.
It was in your head.
Zombie.
In your head.
Zombies appear out of the water.
It's a zombie. Zombie.
No. There does not seem, you're not sure, and especially with the audio acoustics in here, it could have been any direction. Its sound bounces, even the water is bouncing off the walls in here.
I am just going to do a raw hello pretty from the bird.
Tika does not have a voice box, correct? It is a raven, if I am not mistaken.
Can't ravens voice box?
Don't think so.
No, Raven. Yeah, in D&D, with certainty, ravens can deliver messages.
Okay.
We use that in like sessions like 3 and 4 to have Tika like fly to the village. Remember?
Oh yes, that's true. Darn you and your good memory. Okay, yes, that's fine. You hear? Oh,
I can only so like the range with Tika is limited so that this doesn't become overpowered.
Sure.
Like I can load a preset message that can't be longer than a sentence, and if I'm actively controlling within like whatever it is 240 or something, then I can use it.
oh,
We have to the menagerie and a card vantage
Heard.
redemption.
the menagerie.
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 To the menagerie.
To the menagerie.
Menagerie.
And Matt gets a card.
Matt gets a card. Thank you, Mr. J.
Oh,
Nice.
Marianne.
Why is it not letting me give you a card?
It
Oh,
hates me.
again, helps if I do it in the DM thing and not the stream. It's because I'm having to flip back and forth. Though. There we go. Okay, you have one now. Huzzah.
Woo!
So you hear oh, aren't you an intelligent one? Intelligent one. Intelligent one. As it bounces off the walls.
I'm just gonna have Tika tilt her head and then just flap one. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Just flap like one wing up and kind of down, and then jump on one foot as if it's like begging for some level of food.
Has Leo said anything?
I have not said anything to you as yet.
Stand by one. I need to check something.
Is it yourself? Because you should before you wreck yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Selves should be checked before selves become wrecked.
But no, it is not. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. I can do this, I think. Yes, we can do this. I'll have to show it to all of you, but that's fine. players. The water in the center of the bath begins to take shape and actually coalesces into the form that you see in front of you.
Do I recognize it as presuming it would.
I mean, you would probably, if nothing else, you would know that this is probably as much an elemental as autumn is, or of the same kind of thing, but water instead of wood.
Has her volume remained the same? Is she making more noise now than she was before?
No, not really.
Okay.
So she's not making any more noise, and she kind of glides over and has a small bit of actually seaweed that she offers to the bird.
I'm gonna have as I have Tika fly down to go peck at that, I'm going to relay it to Zach. Yeah, so the bathhouse has a water elemental, the female water elemental that seems to be in the water there. Not sure what we do with that information.
Well, let's find out.
Okay.
And I'll tap him on the shoulder and move past him so he feels me moving past him.
Got it. As you check him, as you go through the door. Got it.
And then I'll wrap my body around him and constrict while he can do
So
it.
here's what happens in the order in which it happens. Zach says, let's find out, and busts through the door.
So is by him
Not
double tapping
bust.
me. Yeah.
Not bust.
But you're going through the door.
Yeah, I'm not
With him
like
double
slamming it
tapping.
open.
It does it like that's the universal sign for me to break with Tika, and so
Yeah,
I
that's-
do so.
That's what we've used in the past.
Okay,
yes.
and as you are breaking with Tika, you see her look up and start to like dissipate. And Zach, by the time you get there, there's some disturbance in the water, but Tika is over on the far side up here, eating a piece of seaweed, and there is no sign of anyone in here.
So Zek will sit on the edge and he'll put his lower snake body into the water and he'll speak to the room and say, the three sisters have asked us to kill the Medusa in the temple. If the Medusa is a cursed woman or a person, I'd rather not kill them if I can help it. If you have any information that can help us with this, please let us know.
Make me a persuasion check. Do you wish to
I'm gonna
use...
I'm gonna use a card. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and...
Oh, I have,
You have two cards. That is
and it
correct.
tells me what they are.
Oh, well, that's you're not supposed to look at them. You're just supposed to flip them.
Okay, but how do I flip them?
You drag them onto the field, and then
So when I click on my card so I can see the window,
uh-huh.
and the window pops up, I see both of them.
But they're both face down, correct?
No, they're both face up
That's
for me.
very strange. I don't know why.
I mean, they're both really good, so I can...
Yeah, play whichever one is fine.
Okay.
I still randomly dealt it to you, so it's fine. and then click.
See, I can flip that one.
Yep, flip that one. It's
Yeah.
green, so that's a success. You hear a voice come from the general area of where Tika is, but you don't see anyone. But it says, "So you're working with the sisters?"
Something about them doesn't feel right, and I'm not sure if I trust them, but I also don't want to hurt someone who is cursed like myself.
Tika then flies down and perches next to Zach and just holds down with one claw at the seaweed and just keeps pecking at the seaweed next to him.
Well, you're right about them. What you need to know is, and we'll switch back to the other group.
Very cinematic, I approve. Thank you.
Leave you guys in the dark. Oh man, I gotta. Oh, I'm out.
Yes, show us all the things.
Yeah. Well, look at all the rooms that aren't being used.
Every of the things.
Every of the things. There we go. So, let me now go back to what I was doing before.
Meanwhile, back in the makeshift office.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
Give me just a second. I'm looking at things I need to know. Stand by one. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Give me what I want. That's not what I want. Okay. Give me just 1 second. By the way, if you didn't get the idea, Green Song appears to be blind. She has a strip of cloth over her eyes, and there is a dog sitting near her feet. I should probably move him on the map, but that's all right. So just know that the dog's like right there, like there. Come here, you. There, like that. She's sitting at his feet, and